The recent increment in prices of meat has raised a great concern for Gambians, especially ordinary citizens. Cattle traders and butchers blame one another for the sudden low production of meat in the country, resulting to hike in prices of meat. Our reporter Khadija Tuseka visited the butchers and cattle traders, and she now files in this report.
The Gambia remains a predominantly agricultural country as far as employment is concerned. The livestock production sector plays a pivotal role in the country's GDP. But despite its contribution, people who are engaged in cattle trading travel to either Senegal, Mali or other countries in the sub-region to buy ruminants with only few from the Gambia. The fluctuating exchange rates are considered to be one of the challenges by the cattle traders, locally known as jewelers and the butchers. In an interview with iAfrica TV, parties blame one another for the low meat production in the country.
When the butchers come for the cattle, whatever amount you tell them, they will agree, because they are not paying in cash. When they sell the cattle, they will take out their expenditures and tell you that your cattle has lost a profit of 2,000, 3,000 or even 5,000. You wouldn't able to do anything, because if you take them to court, you will add more frustration on yourself, but you won't get justice.
But for Daruba, a cattle trader, the problem is as a result of government's lack of support to the traders.
The difficulties that we are in today, for instance, when you go to Senegal, their traders work with the government. I said so because the African Development Bank and Agriculture are the ones that use their money and resources to fund their traders. When merchandise is plentiful, there is likely to be losses. But here, the government would never help the poor. Since last year, they brought money saying it is the traders' money. We have been following it with them since last year, but we are yet to receive anything. This is how they will do until the project money is finished.
In response, Yahya Jammeh, a butcher, explained the reason why they are being accused of not paying their debts in full.
If you give your cattle to someone for loan, you should make it in a proper way, so that if he sells it, you can get back your money. But if you are giving me the cattle for $35,000, how will I make profit? It won't be easy. Give it to me at a reasonable price. When I sell it, I will also give you back your money. That is why it is difficult. You will buy a cattle for a price and add an interest rate, which is very difficult for us. We will have to take it because this is our job. If the cattle is 30,000, but you sell it at 40,000, so if a butcher agrees to take it, in most cases, he would owe you some money.
Ibrahim Gates stated that the high price involved in the sales of the ruminants is sometimes responsible for their losses.
The problem is price you dey jay, price you dey jay butcher, price you no ya do dey gain, nak bi du ko dey gain.
The problem is the price in which they normally sell to the butchers is usually not the price of the cattle. So if the cattle should cost $40,000, they will rather sell it for $50,000. So if the butcher does not have that kind of money to buy the cattle, then you will have to take it as a loan. And if you do so, you won't make profit at all. So if you give the cattle owner $10,000, it will be definitely a problem. So the only thing you can do is to refund him the actual amount of the cattle without any interest. Even that, the cattle owner will still think you ate his money. This is why the butchers who have money normally buy in cash. That's what I normally do.
They call on the government to come to their aid and to help them revive their businesses. Justice delayed, they say, is justice denied. The cattle traders also urge the justice sector to speed up and consider their cases that are still pending in the courts. Khadija Tuseka, iAfrica News.